Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're playing Fallout New Vegas at the moment, and we're going through our companion quests at the moment. In the last episode, we found Raul, and in this episode, we will be doing his companion quest. My understanding is that his quest isn't all that long, so we'll do his, and if we have time, we'll do some smaller things. I have to go to Sloan to drop off a Deathclaw egg to a guy. But right now we have to convince that Raul that he can be useful despite his age. Or that's a very simplified version of it anyway. So basically in the last episode we talked to Raul. He's concerned about a lot of things, so we have to talk to other we have to talk to other elderly people in the Mojave Wasteland to convince Raul that he can be useful. So first we are going to go to Nellis, and we're going to talk to Loyal. First, I want to make sure that
if we run, we might still catch Benny. Well, you might. I'll just be wheezing along behind you. You forget about me?
I wanted to make sure that we have everything here.
I'm not much use. That's nice of you to say, boss. Time was. I can also do maintenance work on your stuff. I don't... Yeah, maybe you can introduce them to me, if we find them.
Okay, yeah, I think we've done all we need to do to talk to him. So now we just have to find Loyal and talk to him, and then there's two others we have to talk to. We have to go talk to Ranger Andy and Novac, I believe. And somebody else. I don't... Old guy at Camp McCarran, maybe. There's another old guy somewhere. I guess I should assume that Loyal is working since it's the daytime. I think it's the daytime. Cool. This is pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I love that they're fixing the plane.
Did you know the strip's all strode up lately?
However, Loyal is not here. So we'll go check Loyal's house next. Because to be perfectly honest, if he's not there, I'm not real sure where he's going to be at this point. Alright, museum. Nellis workshop. Loyal's house. He's also not home. He's not home. He's not at the hangars.
Hi.
Where else would he be? Let's wait for him. Wow. Oh, still not here, huh? Okay. Go back to the hangars and try it. Kind of weird that I can't find Loyal anywhere. Also, I haven't seen Eddie in a while. I'm not real sure what happened. Ah. I'm trapped. There we go. I was trapped.
Just saying. I'm amazed that an outsider has proven so helpful.
I know you're up there. There you are.
Isn't that bomber a beauty? Thanks so much for making an old man's dreams come true. Bye.
Huh.
I can't believe we were allowed inside the... That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
Oh.
That Loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Old history, boss. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick. Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off. About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelled the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died. Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge. Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that for all my skills with a pistol, I couldn't help them. Anyway, that was weighing on my mind. Thanks for letting me get it out in the open, boss.
Alright. So we did that part. Now we gotta go talk to Ranger Andy at Novac. He has one of the little bungalows over here.
What's new? Was with them. That was back when my arm and leg used to work better. I still like to pretend I'm a ranger, though. I'll check in with the guys up at the station pretty regular on the ham radio. Sometimes they stop by, tell me they're paying their respects, the smug bastards. They haven't been responding to me last couple days. I guess they got tired of hearing me talk, but it still got me a little worried. Hell, listen to me talk, like some damn mother hen. No, they're gonna think I'm having trouble letting go. They're good soldiers. I don't give them enough credit. Right now, a whole lot of sitting on my keister and counting cracks in the ceiling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. On better days, I help keep the peace. Boone and Vargas watch the road. I watch the town. Tell myself I'm doing some good. They're the NCR's finest. A one-man platoon, each of them. You got a job where even thinking about it would scare a man senseless? That's when you bring in the Rangers. And if you see a squad of veterans, guys who are in their black armor, well, you won't find a more beautiful sight. Yeah, twice. Actually, the first time, it was more like half my body. Knocked me out of the Rangers. This time, it's mostly just reminded me how useless I've gotten. A few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavers were holed up in this burnt-out house a few clicks from where we were stationed.
Sorry, I had hit the wrong thing.
Get there and it's deserted. No sign anyone's been there. I mean, nothing. As we're leaving, I hear something behind me. I turn around and there's this kid, just skin and bone, and he's looking up at us and he's scared half to death. Been hiding in a closet. I go to grab him out of there and I notice he's holding something in his hand. Something metal. He shuts himself back in the closet and that's when I see the grenade he's left by my feet. They do it a lot, the Legion, using kids. They know we'll hesitate. Anyway, that was the first time. Second time, I fell down those stairs in front of the motel, just in case I got to thinking I'd put it all behind me.
Huh.
A few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavers were holed up in this burnt-out house a few clicks from... We get there and it's deserted. No sign. I turn around and... Hey, wait a sec. I know what I said, but if you find yourself by Ranger Station Charlie, let me know what you find. I'd be interested.
Sure. Ranger Andy's hoping to learn more about why he's lost radio contact with the NCR garrison at Ranger Station Charlie. Alright, so we talked to Andy.
Hey, boss. Can I ask you something? What do you think of guys like Ranger Andy? I mean, guys who have a world of experience doing what they do, but have to give it up because they're getting old and slow or too injured. Maybe, yeah. I guess you got a point there. Not really, boss. No. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick riders. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs. I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you. You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed, for the first time since the bombs had fallen. It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
Oh no.
She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl. Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever. I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Man, this one's really sad too. Everybody has such sad backstories. Go check out Ranger Station Charlie. And it's close enough that we'll actually go there. We don't have to fast travel. Oops. Also, I really need to find Eddie. I think I told him to wait at one point. I don't remember where. Might have been in Freeside. I'll have to check the map when I get a chance. As I keep opening the map. I really thought that was a body I could loot.
The Caesar has marked you for death, and the Legion obeys. Ready yourself for battle.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Retribution.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh. They're really, really going for it right now. Missed that one. My God, he won't die. Oh man, that was a pretty scary moment, I'm not gonna lie.
Boss, take a look around and see if any of my parts are live.
Okay. Anyway. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sleep with all the dead bodies. Well, figured out why you're not getting responses back, Andy. So we'll have to go back and tell him about this, I guess. All right. Yeah, let's go back up to Novac, talk to Ranger Andy about that, and then we'll go to McCarran and talk to the other guy about Raul. Or talk to the other guy to help Raul, not about Raul. What is this? What's this guy doing?
Looks like the McBrides weren't telling tall tales after all.
Hey, welcome. Any word on Station Charlie?
Yeah.
What? What happened? God damn it! I just spoke to them the other day. If this is some kind of sick joke, nah, that'd be too far. Even for those guys. Listen, this could be trouble for all of us. Whoever did this is still out there, and they might come this way. If you can find out who did this, we can be better prepared to deal with them if they come through here.
Okay. Sure. Anyway, yeah, to Camp McCarran. Let's go. Okay, I have no idea who I'm looking for. So this is gonna be a fun time. Gonna have to sweep the camp. Never mind. He's not here. He's at Forlorn Hope. So we have to traverse the wasteland a little bit more. Oh my god, there's
We're doing this.
so many Cazadors. They just came up from out of nowhere.
Boss, the pain from my wounds. It's starting to outweigh the pain from my arthritis.
The pain from my wounds is starting to outweigh the pain from my arthritis.
It's longer than you.
Ow. 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 Raul, are you not doing anything to help me? Oh my god, why won't they die? Raul, where the fuck are you? I guess we'll go at it from the north then. Not sure what the crap that was about. There's still a whole lot of something out there. Oh, that's Legion. Okay.
The Kaisar is...
I can.
Any ads AP?
Rex, you only support of me.
Oh boy. I feel like it's gonna be a thing that happens a lot for the rest of the game. have to figure something out. All right. All right, camp should be right here, right? Yeah, we're right here. Whoa. All right, and here is Camp Forlorn Hope.
Yeesh. These soldiers look how I feel, boss.
We won't go quiet. The Legion can count on that.
Glad to hear it. There's the jail. Camp Forlorn Hope Shack. Medical. This is a big tent. Command center. Our guy's gonna be in here. There he is.
Took some skills to bring down that fiend. You done good. Used to be a ranger. One of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either. Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said. Used to be a...
To do that again.
But a couple going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us. Always a pleasure.
All right. He was the last one we should have needed to talk to, so let's
Got a second to talk, boss?
here we go.
Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing? You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown. I left everything when I left Mexico. My home, my family, my name, even my face. I know it's surprising, boss, but I wasn't always just handsome. As far as the world knows, I was Miguel, and I was okay with that. I headed north for a while, and ended up in Tucson. Not Tucson, by the way. Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City anyway. I found myself a little shack, started fixing things. Oh, sure, boss. I was always good at fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands than killing. And even then, I wasn't getting any younger or faster. I lived there for a long time, kept to myself, didn't get into any fights. Hell, the only reason I even kept my guns oiled was professional pride. Getting there, boss. I'd been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want, but it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up. Prettiest thing you ever saw, boss. Maybe it was just a trick of my senile brain, but I swear she looked just like my Rafaela. Her name was Claudia. She ended up taking work at one of the brothels in town. I never went to her, of course. How could I? But I looked after her in my own way. This was a long time ago, before Caesar's Legion pacified Arizona and brought the Raider tribes to heel. A tribe came into Tucson one day. More a gang, really. Dirty Dave and his 6 brothers. They were looking for bullets, and I sold some to them. I figured if I did that, they'd leave town before they tore it up too much. No, boss. No, they didn't. As I was saying, I hoped they'd leave the town in peace. Instead, they decided to stop at Claudia's brothel to take the edge off. I don't know which one of them got rowdy first, but by the time I heard the screams and got my guns, it was too late. They shot up the brothel, killed 4 girls, and taken Claudia for their sport. I went after Dave and his brothers. They had a head start, but they slept nights. I didn't. It took me 3 days to catch up to them. Claudia was dead when I got there. They put a bullet in each of her eyes. I couldn't do anything except avenge her, just like Rafaela. I charged into the middle of their camp and started firing. 2 of them were dead before they knew I was there. The other 5, though, they shot the shit out of me. I would have died, I think, if I wasn't so full of rage. By being a meaner old cuss than the rest of them, boss, I wanted to keep living until they weren't. So I just kept shooting until they were all dead. I was in pretty bad shape in the end, though. I don't know how long I laid there, with the sun baking me and the buzzards chomping at me. Eventually, I got the strength to start moving. Some long time after that, I managed to drag my carcass back to town. When I recovered, more or less anyways, I left Tucson and headed west. I ran into Tabitha at Black Mountain, and well, the rest you know. I swore I was done with the gunslinging life. I was too old, too slow, and too beat up to protect anyone anymore. I thought I was done forever, but after traveling with you, I realized I've always had my doubts about whether I still had what it took to carry my pistols proudly, to use them to do what's right. And now that I've been traveling with you for a while, you made me realize that I could still do that. Maybe I'm not as tough as I used to be, but my brains can make up for that. And my hands are still quick enough. It's time to put the guns back on. You can bet on that, boss.
All right. All right, we got Raul's old Vaquero perk. Well, he has the old Vaquero perk. Fantastic. And look at that fresh Fresh drip right there. Absolutely fantastic. You look great, Raul.
Angry soldier robots with bazookas. I'm sure they'll be a good police force.
All right. Real quick. Is there a marker where I left Eddie? Oh, there he is. Yep, he's exactly where I thought he was gonna be. So let's go grab him quick. The in free side?
Bang, 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 bang.
No, he's not. So he's out here. Where? He's not here. He is in the city. Well, he's in Freeside. Gotta be, right? Oh my god, he is all the way over by Mick and Ralph's. Come here, buddy. I got you, Eddie.
Hello.
My child is an honor student at Roosevelt Academy. Nice. Aggressive impact. Follow me. Follow me. Yes. Okay, I have Eddie back. All right.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, you're the one who's been
Yeah. Oh, stim pack. Cool. Thanks. All right. So, yeah, that'll do it for this episode. So thank you very much if you made it this far in. I really do appreciate it. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see the series as it goes on. And hit the bell icon to get notified when a new video drops. And like I said, thank you guys so much. And I will see you all next time.